Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another deal reveal where we will be featuring a deal that you can take action on today. Let's get started and meet another one of our gatekeepers.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
All right, so let's dive into yet again another edition of the JK Deal Reveal, coming to you every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the past 3+ years. And we are featuring another deal brought to you on a silver platter by yours truly, the Deal Butler. So this is a real live deal that you can take action on. If you are interested in tonight's deal, you just need to send us an email, and we will help you acquire your first or next investment property in the US. So very, very exciting. I also want to say that it's been very active lately for the Deal Butler, currently negotiating 6 other deals on top of the one that we're going to be discussing tonight for the wait list that has been building up over the last couple of weeks. So very, very exciting times for me as I get to do what I do best, get in there, negotiate, and find some deals, but also very exciting for you, hopefully, to finally see an easy way into US real estate investing. So that's what we have. We are getting excited. I just got a text here actually that our guest speaker, our gatekeeper, is having a hard time logging in. So let me just make sure. It would be really great if they could be on with us, as opposed to just me doing my little dance over here. So hopefully we are getting excited. Let's put in some good vibes for McKinley coming to join us once again on the deal reveal and to showcase this deal on Holborn Avenue in Cleveland for basically $50,000. All right. So this we're going to find out is a single family home for $50,000. Not a parking lot, parking spot, but a whole investment property. So we're going to take a look at this deal really lightning fast. We're going to make sure that we have our cash flow. Let's see, we're going to do some checks on the golden rules to make sure, or at least to understand where this deal is at from a discount to market value and a cash flow perspective. And we're going to have to do our best because there seems to be some technical problem. And in fact, for those of you who were on last week, we were supposed to have another Deal Butler client who did close last week, and today just wasn't the best fit due to some personal reasons. So next week, we should have another Deal Butler client for you, potentially 2. The way things are going up, there's another closing scheduled for next week. So very, very exciting times. So I guess I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna do the standard deal reveal, and hopefully we'll get our login shortly for our guest. All right, so let's make sure we are doing this. Your job, as usual, is to follow along, to tell yourself, could you do these steps? How quickly could you do these steps? And is this a deal or no deal? And if you think this is a deal and it's worth going in there, putting in an offer, well, put in an offer. This is a real live deal waiting for you. So let's go in here. The very first thing we do, we like to go to realtor.com. So you just put in the address followed by realtor, and you get to see the picture is often not very helpful, but we do see it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, decent size, 1,300 square feet, single family home. And one of the big reasons I like to go to realtor is because you have that estimated value, 58,000, and you also have this real estimate graph of what these algorithms think the property has been worth for the past 5 years, and you see the trend. All right, so we see here that it is increasing, like real estate does. It's not increasing crazy fast, that's for sure. It is going up steadily, and if you follow the average of these three trends, it seems to be landing somewhere around that 60,000 range. So this property is being sold for 57,000, and it seems really quickly on a 10-second glance that it's worth about that 60,000, maybe 65, or that's what the algorithms are telling us right now. So are we buying at a discount? Doesn't seem like we're buying at much of a discount here. Now, yes, if you get it appraised, it might come back at 80 or 85, but what's for sure is not coming back at 150. We're somewhere in this ballpark, and that's all we're getting. That's all we need to get at this point in the in your due diligence in assessing this deal. So, are you buying at a discount? Doesn't look so much. So, I would hope that we are buying some very strong cash flow if we're not buying at a large discount, right? Those two golden rules at play, the teeter-totter, the balance between the two. You might be more interested in discounts. You might be more interested in cash flow, and that's more of a personal decision. But we got to remember of these two factors in our investing portfolio and our underwriting process. So that's number one. So number two is now, how about cash flow? So if you're buying a property for 57,000 dollars, let's go see what the rents are. So in rentometer.com, you can put in that address, put your 3 bedroom, if you know number of bathrooms, which is one here. You can click analyze, and it's going to pull comparable rents, other 3 bedroom, 1 baths in this area, and you see the distribution is rather, it's rather distributed. You got some reds here, some reds there, greens there, blue, like, so it seems like an even distribution. And so these numbers, I'm going to say these numbers are, you can pretty much take them as is, right? On the low end, you're closer to $1,000. And on the medium, you're right around 1,100. So how do I read this? I read this that if this property is already tenanted, which it is, by the way, this is more the market rent for the property. And if you did a renovation, like if you just brought it back up, you would be closer to the median or average. And if you went above and beyond, if you did like the short-term rental type of renovation on this property, you can probably be in this range. That's kind of how we read Rentometer for this type of deal. And I'm still getting messages from our guest speaker who is having a hard time. JK team, are you able to reach out to McKinley? Hopefully, give him another link to see if that works. Thank you. Appreciate it. So we're somewhere in the 1,000 to 1,100 range for, this is just inner city Cleveland. There's nothing, there's no reason to go above and beyond on this renovation. And so a little bit of stats. This tenant, so it is tenanted. They are currently paying 700 a month, but they've already agreed to an increase to 900. So when you have a situation where the rents are so discounted, um, it may be part of your strategy not to increase it all the way up to market rent, which here would be 1,000 if you didn't do any work. You just let them stay. 1,000 is kind of where the market rent is. And if you did factor in to put in 15,000, maybe do a complete uplift and turnover on a tenanted unit, then maybe you'd be looking closer to the 1,100 range for this type of property. So they've already agreed to 900. So maybe this is just a slow, a slow burn, so that over the next 2 years, maybe you bring it up to 1,000. I don't know why I keep saying 11. So maybe every year you bump it up by $50 a month because there's no rent control. You're absolutely allowed to do that, so long as the market and demand fall hand in hand and the tenants, don't decide to leave. Then you're good. You have to keep on increasing, sign that new lease, and off you go with your updated rents. So let's say we run the numbers based on 900 because that's what's happening. That's what will happen. And you can make your contract contingent on this rent increase as well. So 900 a month, 12 months a year, and we're in Cleveland. Taxes are crazy low for a low value property like this, $50,000. And so you'd be making about $6,000 NOI, net operating income per year. And if you bought this property for full asking price at 57, you are above a 10 cap day one purchase on a single family home. Now, getting into the double digit cap rate on a single family home without even doing any negotiating, those are just strong numbers right out the gate. And then if you factor in, say, let's redo this calculation a second time, and let's say you factor in the fact that rents will be $1,000 in a couple years, in 1 or 2 years, and there's 12 months a year, and we're still in inner city, so we use the 55% rule. Maybe you're closer to 6,600, and let's say you negotiate this deal down a little bit to say $50,000. All right. Suddenly you're at a 13 cap. So see, with these little tweaks, a little bit of quote unquote patience, rent increase, touching the right dials at the right time, doing the rent increases, you're really buying what's going to be soon a 13 cap. So is this cash flow for you? Absolutely. A 13 cap is nothing to spit on, especially in single family home space. Now, this is just market rents. When you are in inner city, it could be a very good idea for you to look at what Section 8 is paying for these particular properties. And so on a 3 bedroom, you see that Section 8 can pay up to 1720 if the owner pays for all the utilities and such. So maybe dock $300 off that, up to 1400 could be what you get off this property. Unlikely in this neighborhood, but 1400 would pretty much be the top. So we were running our numbers off 900 for a 10 cap, at 1,000 for a 13 cap. But over time, and as rents increase, and if you do decide to jump to Section 8 at some point, or right out the gate, or maybe you help that tenant qualify to get Section 8, maybe you get 11, 1,200 this year or next year, and you'll see that obviously those numbers change quite a bit. Now, so do we have cash flow on this? Absolutely. We're above a 10 cap. So long as you're not getting financing at 15% interest rate, then you are good to go. So this is our deal that is up for grabs right now. At asking price, it seems to be pretty close to market value. On the other side, you got a very strong double-digit cap waiting for you. So is this a deal or no deal according to you? Right? So let's see. Let us know. Are there any thumbs up in the room? Anybody interested? Who would? There we go. Okay, good. McKinley managed to join us. Okay, and the thumbs are coming up. So better late than never, that's for sure. Let's get McKinley up here so he can maybe say a few words about the property. So let's go in here. Ooh, okay, I'm going to give you permission to talk. Off you go. Hey, McKinley, how we doing?
Hello, I finally made it.
You finally made it. I held the crowd for you.
I see.
So at this point, we already reviewed the property from the two golden deals. Are we buying at a discount? Are we buying cash flow? We already got some thumbs up, got some people who and there's a heart coming in there too. So it's looking good. I didn't look at any pictures. We didn't talk about the condition of the property. What Aside from a desktop analysis, what else could you tell us about this property, McKinley? Maybe part of the location, just other information that you have.
Okay, it's a newer roof. You won't have to have any problems with the roof or anything like that. There's some minor cosmetics, maybe it needed tended to in the property, but overall, the tenant there is very happy with the property. She's a LPN, has a good job, and she's going to school to get her nursing degree.
Right
So
on.
she's been there like 10 years. She pays on time, great tenant. She has, I think, 2 daughters that live there. And she may have actually even, I don't know if you covered this, she may even eventually want to buy the property from you.
Oh
Not
yes,
in,
no, I did not cover that.
yeah, I think she may want to buy the property actually. So you can turn it into a quick cash flow type of deal to a lease option to buy. Uh, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be a really good thing. So that's your exit strategy right there, really.
Oh, absolutely. And for those who don't know, when you're in a lease option, you can charge higher than market rent, and that actually helps them qualify for the mortgage that they're going to be getting in 2, 3, 5 years. And there's a lease option deposit, which is typically a minimum of 3 months rent. So right out the gate, you're going to get $3,000 non-refundable typically from the tenant, and that locks them in. So they have the option to buy. So you're already getting these big cash flow draws, plus maybe 12, 13, 1400, maybe 1500 a month, depending on income and the situation. That's significant cash flow. And then you're already lining up a seller at a predetermined price, and you can factor in the fact that properties appreciate over time. You know, you add your premium to the sell price, and so you're lining up a seller at a premium in the future. And so you just get money up front, strong cash flow along the way, and a nice little bump on the other end. You line up 10, 20, 30, 50 properties like this in your portfolio on a roll, you're flipping, right? Consistently with cash flow. So thank you, McKinley. I appreciate that. That's a really solid exit option for sure.
Right. It looks like Eleanor Dugorovo says rent to own strategy in the question here. And you kind of explained that, didn't you?
Absolutely. That's it. That's it. Lease option, rent to own. Those are potatoes. Absolutely. Yeah. Excellent. Very, very cool. And since you did see the property with your own eyes, McKinley, what would you ballpark the number? You said a little bit of cosmetic. The tenant's already in there, so we don't want to go, changing everything. They're okay. They like the property. What would you say is the day one capital outlay that the buyer would need to put in to just not be a slumlord?
Basically, it's not a lot, but when I went in there, because I am a contractor too, what I noticed is that because I think the roof is newer, but I think there was a leak at one point in time at one little portion of the ceiling where it's not repaired yet. Maybe some little cosmetic drywall on that. Uh, she had a little bit of a issue with her sink just being stopped up a little bit, but I helped her clear that up because I do contract.
Right, right,
uh,
right.
Other than that, I didn't see really anything major in there.
I
Just
love it.
painting and patching, really. You know what I'm saying? Like she still uh likes the property. She wants to be there in the property. So if she ever moved out, it wouldn't really be nothing to fix that property up. And it's like 4 bedrooms. So
Oh, it's a 4 bedroom. I
yeah,
saw three. Oh,
yeah, it's actually 4 bedrooms.
what that could be a game changer right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Listed as 3. You may have to put a wall up because when you go upstairs, you could go to the right or the left. The right is already walled up and sealed up, but if you go to the left, you may have to pull a wall up for it to be a legal 4 bedroom. But I'm pretty sure it is a 4 bedroom.
Very cool. And why am I getting so excited over a potential 4 bedroom? I'm thinking Section 8. The more bedrooms, and yes, comps, you enter a different comp bracket, more bedrooms, the more value the property has. Because we were looking quickly online, McKinley, before you showed up, and we saw the property was probably worth around 60, 65, based on just the data online. It might be a little bit higher than that, and that's one thing I'd like to ask you. But now, if that's based on a 3 bedroom, if we enter the 4 bedroom bracket, well, maybe we're at a higher value. Did you run some comps? Do you have an idea based on your knowledge of that neighborhood and this property on what the ARV would be, the market
Well, just
value?
just in my knowledge in that area, I'm thinking with 4 bedrooms, you can get about between 75, 85,
Right
just
on.
from knowledge over there.
And suddenly, when we were looking at it before, we were like, wait, this might not be too much of a discount at purchase if we're buying for, mid 50s and it's worth 60, 65, and maybe we need to put two, $3,000 of just cosmetic work to get it up. I'm not buying at much of a discount. Strong cash flow, but not much of a discount. But now at a 4 bedroom, whoop, there appears, I should say, the margin of equity. So now let's ask again the audience, deal or no deal based on this little extra information. So let's see what you think. Okay, now Elena likes it. Elena, deal. So if you anybody who is interested, I'll repeat it again. It is available. You just need to send us an email and we will patch you in. You can get this under contract, do your inspection, do your due diligence, and off you go. Add it to your portfolio. Right on. So any final words for the community, McKinley, on this one? And thank you for taking the time, by the way. I know you came in. Kip says it's a deal. So any final words, McKinley?
No, actually, this particular seller, if you're looking to pick up more than one property, she owns a few other properties, so we could probably potentially do a package deal on some of her other properties also.
The more you talk with McKinley, the better the deal gets. I love it. That's really, really cool. So thank you so much for taking the time. We look forward to having you again on the deal reveal. It can't be next week because we're featuring another closing that our community is doing, but we'll keep them coming, and we'll keep bringing you on.
Well, I got plenty, so yes.
100%. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone who joined yet again another episode of the JK Deal Reveal featuring one of our gatekeepers, McKinley. And so that is us bringing the deals to you on a silver platter. If you like what you see, just reach out. And it's not too late. We are having a bus tour. Not this weekend, but next weekend, right? Time flies. There are still a couple of tickets. I think there's 3 spots left right now. If you're interested, there's still room on the bus. We blocked off 2 of our short-term rentals in Cleveland. If you're worried about accommodations or whatever, we got rooms for you already blocked off. We have that handled for you at a much cheaper price than what you'd even pay at a hotel. So you'll be able to network with people. You'll be able to make those contacts, make those partnerships, make the deals happen. All not this weekend, but next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So we look forward to seeing you right here in the great city of Cleveland, Ohio. And how do you get access to that? We have, I had a link. I don't have a link. So just send us an email, and we will take care of you. And that's what we have for today. If you're interested in the All You Can Learn, everything that we teach is all available, and the early bird special is no more. You had your chance. If you didn't take action, now we are at the new updated price. If you're interested in the All You Can Learn pass, jkrealestatepartners.ca/all-you-can-learn-pass. Go check out. If you want one-on-one coaching calls, community support, group coaching, and of course, all of the online courses that we've been remastering over the last year, it's all there. Everything that we have to offer from our decade of U.S. real estate experience, it is yours in the All You Can Learn Pass, and we look forward to serving you on the other side. Have a great, great evening, everyone, and we'll see you next week at the latest, and if not in Cleveland, at the bus tour. Have a great one, everyone.
All right, take care.
Cheers.